The secret guide to the afterlife. What really happens when we die? What awaits us beyond this life? Do we vanish into nothingness, or is there a path, a transition that leads us into realms unknown? Welcome, seeker of truth, to one of the most mysterious and profound explorations of existence. Today, we dive into a text that has guided souls for centuries, a book that serves as a map through the unknown. The Tibetan Book of the Dead. Imagine a guide that does not just speak of death, but prepares you for it. A sacred manuscript that reveals what happens in the moments after we take our last breath. This is not just a collection of ancient beliefs. It is a blueprint for navigating the in-between, the moment when the soul stands at the threshold of what comes next. Today, we embark on a journey to unravel its wisdom and perhaps understand more about what it truly means to exist. A gateway to enlightenment. This ancient text, originally known as the Bardo Thodol, was said to be written by Padmasambhava, a revered master of Tibetan Buddhism. More than just a monk, he was a spiritual luminary, a yogi who understood the secrets of consciousness and the nature of reality itself. He recognized that death is not an end, but a passage, a moment of great transformation. He sought to guide not only the living, but also the souls of the departed, offering them a chance at liberation, even beyond their final breath. Centuries ago, Tibet was a land of deep spiritual traditions, where ancient shamanic beliefs of the bone religion intertwined with the emerging teachings of Buddhism. It was here that Padmasambhava laid the foundations of what would become one of the most profound guides to the afterlife. A sacred text meant to be read to those who have passed, offering them clarity in the realm between worlds. But what does the Bardo Thodol actually teach us? It describes three distinct states, the three Bardos, that every soul must traverse after death. And in each stage, we are given choices that determine our ultimate fate. The first Bardo, the moment of death. The first stage is known as the Chikai Bardo, the instant when life ceases. Here, consciousness is released from the body, unshackled from its earthly vessel. It is in this moment that the soul encounters what is known as the clear light, an infinite, radiant brilliance beyond anything the human mind can comprehend. For those who are spiritually prepared, this moment offers immediate enlightenment. If one can recognize the light as their true essence, they are instantly liberated, dissolving into a state of pure awareness, what some might call nirvana. But for most, the light is too overwhelming. Fear takes hold. The mind, still clinging to its past identity, fails to recognize the light as home. And so, the journey continues. The second Bardo, the realm of visions. The next phase, the Chonyid. Bardo is where the mind's deepest fears and desires take form. Here, the soul encounters breathtaking, otherworldly beings, some beautiful, some terrifying. But make no mistake, these are not external forces. They are reflections of our own mind. In the beginning, the soul is greeted by peaceful and luminous figures, Buddhas and divine beings who offer a path to liberation. Yet, if the soul is unprepared, it fails to trust them. Instead of embracing their guidance, it hesitates. Fear takes over. And then the peaceful visions shift into something more intense. Wrathful deities, monstrous, fearsome apparitions, emerge from the depths of the soul's own consciousness. But they are not demons. They are the raw, untamed forces of the mind, unmasked and amplified. This is where many souls become trapped, ensnared by their own fears, unable to recognize that these visions are mere illusions. Those who remain aware can dissolve these projections, understanding that they are nothing more than fleeting images of the mind. But for those who give in to fear, the cycle continues, leading to the final Bardo. The third, Bardo, the road to rebirth. In the final stage, the Sidpa Bardo, the soul is drawn toward rebirth. By now, its choices have been shaped by its attachments, its fears, its unfulfilled desires. Karmic forces pull the soul toward a new life, toward a body and circumstances that reflect the energy it carries. At this moment, the soul sees visions of potential new parents, symbolic of the cycle beginning again. If it still clings to attachment and longing, it is pulled back into existence, continuing the wheel of samsara, the endless cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. But there is still a choice. If the soul can maintain clarity, if it can see through the illusions, it may yet escape this cycle and merge with the infinite, reaching a state of complete liberation. What this means for us. The Tibetan Book of the Dead is not just about death. It is a manual for life. It teaches us that everything we experience, our fears, our attachments, our identities, are temporary. It reminds us that the mind itself creates the illusions that trap us, and it offers a path to freedom if only we learn to see through them. So ask yourself, are you prepared for the final journey? Perhaps by contemplating these teachings now, we can not only prepare for what comes after, but also learn to live more fully in the present moment. If this exploration into the unknown resonated with you, share your thoughts in the comments. What do you believe happens after death? Let's continue this journey together. Thank you for watching.